y'all. How y'all doing? I had an amazing birthday, y'all. Amazing. What really made it amazing is that I had a nice slow pace. I was on my own schedule, and I took advantage of that massage. I've had, one other massage that was done at while I was on vacation in Jamaica. Shout out to the girl, the young lady who did it. She did a good feeling massage, but she didn't have the best bedside manner, I'll say. And I don't know if it was just her, that moment. I don't know what it was. But when I say she didn't have the best side manner, the feel of her massage didn't match her energy. Let's put it like that. Where I went, um, the young lady Hannah who did my massage. First of all, she educated me. She asked all the questions, asked me, what I was going through physically, where I felt that I needed the most work. She informed me along the way of where she felt the tension, asked questions about the pressure. She kept in mind that I just had surgery, um, what my goals were, and it was just a good experience. It's so funny. The last what was it? 5 minutes, right, of my massage, I tried to hold off. I had to go to the restroom. And I didn't I told her probably when I had 20 minutes left. But I just tried to I tried to hold out. And I could tell we were getting towards the end of my massage. I couldn't hold out. And she was like, well, of course she stopped, but she said it can happen. She said, because your body gets so relaxed. She said, she says, very typical, that at least after your massage, you're going to have to really go to that restroom or, some people have to stop. So maybe I won't get one as long. I got a 90-minute, but it was really good. I felt really good afterwards. I had a lot to do afterwards. I told myself I was gonna come home, relax prior to going to my nephew's graduation, and for the most part, I did. But I'm just like in a way, I don't seem like I'm an Energizer bunny, but I don't know how to come home and sit down. So I had to run two errands prior after leaving the massage session. Came home, shoulda just heated up a little food because I didn't eat anything before I went. I had 2 cups of coffee early that morning, but then I didn't go to the appointment till 2. So I was hungry. By the time I got home, it was probably 5. So I ate half of what I got, and I was gonna eat the other half after I came back from the graduation, which I did. And so by the time I kind of sat back to relax, I probably only had about 40 minutes until I needed to get to the graduation, if that long. And then the graduation was in a big college arena. Um, but it was cool. Let me just say, I'm moving and grooving around pretty good for me to have had surgery. I'm moving, not at the pace that I expect that I'll be moving next year, but I'm doing things that is more of what I want to do. And the fact that I want to keep moving and keep doing I was things. Moving around after the massage, right? Didn't get a lot of rest before I went to the graduation. We were out kind of late because it was a late graduation. It didn't start till 8 p.m., but in my city, they do multiple graduations on the day at that arena for the high schools in our area. And got home, ate a late dinner, and I didn't want to lay down on the late dinner, so I was up for a while. So basically, by the time I went to sleep, I slept. I slept good. I didn't like when I opened my eyes, I thought it was going to be at the time that I typically open my eyes to get up. But I slept in. I slept a couple I would say a couple of hours before my eyes normally pop open. I could tell my body was relaxed. And then when I woke up, I didn't just jump up. I laid there for a minute. I laid there comfortably under my blanket, comfortably, and just rested my body until I woke up. And that was a beautiful, that was beautiful for me. That was needed, that was necessary. It was something that I don't always do, and I want to learn and implement it because I think my body needs it. Um, I have, as you know what, I'm not even gonna just speak on me. I think sometimes we are moving, and grooving at such a nonstop pace that we don't even understand, and we are not listening to our bodies. Just Sanetta. Just Sanetta is another one of my favorite YouTubers. She's just getting back into YouTubing on a regular basis. She was really a regular YouTuber that I looked at back in the day, but she was away for a while and now she's back. And she, while in the social work field, and and she's also in a situation where she's caring for a parent. She's caring for her parent in the home. And questions came up from some of her subscribers about what are you doing to take care of yourself. She made a promise to her mom that she would never put her like in a nursing home facility or that type of facility. And one of her subscribers said, you made that promise to her, but you know what, how are you going to be able to sustain yourself? So I encourage you to look up Just Sanetta, to look at, I'm pretty sure it's going to be her last video or one of her second to the last videos, and look at her response. But towards the end of the video, she made a comment about how she's able to stay focused and take care of herself, to be able to do the type of work that she does, because she does one-on-one counseling with people, and you're taking on and helping them through their situations, in addition to caring for her mother. In addition, she shows that she does do things for herself. She, socializes, she keeps, social connections and stuff. But she expressed that she gets her rest. She said, I have to rest. If I don't rest my body, I am not able to function in the job that I have, and being focused solely on the person that I'm dealing with. And the way she just kind of explained it, I don't know if it was just hitting me because I was doing things for myself yesterday in such a way that I could tell it was feeding back into myself. Um I have to take those times to do that, because I do a lot. And I think about everything that I have my hand involved in, and all the moves that I have to make, and the decisions I have to make, and the finances that I have to oversee, because I'm overseeing basically another household's finances entirely, acting as the face of them, in addition to my own home and finances. Just that, making decisions on behalf of someone else, can be a lot. And sometimes you just don't understand that you may say, oh, because like I like to sing, I like to be part of my church choir, that's just a me thing, right? And so sometimes, like, I didn't really feel like going to choir rehearsal the other night. I just wanted to rest. But I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go to another practice that we were having, because we're having a women's choir event. So we have more people on our choir that don't typically sing. And I said, I got to go on Thursday. And I pushed myself to go. And I'm glad I did. But I said, okay, rest. Now, those little things may seem small to some people, but sometimes people are on a go, 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 go move. And one of the things that Sonetta said was that they don't even recognize they are approaching burnout or are in burnout. And what I believe is that sometimes our health we're impacted with these physical ailments that we can put a name to, the autoimmune type ailments, but it could be caused because you haven't learned how to rest your body. You haven't learned how to take time for yourself. You haven't learned to say no when others may want you to say yes. So I think I'm going to end it right there. I could go on and on because you know I like to talk. Tell me how you're doing today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for checking in with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I hope you have an amazing day. That's it. That's all.